on how to get the formula of joint and combined variation is the variation where one quantity varies directly to other quantity and inverse to the other quantity. The equation is V is equals to KW inverse with Z. Means the V varies directly as Y and inversely as Z. Okay. For our first example, number 1. R varies directly with S and inversely with the square of T. So, the first we need to figure it out is the letter R, S, and T. And let's try to make the formula. Number 1, R varies directly. The varies directly is the value of that is equals to K. Varies directly. Varies directly. With S, and inversely with the square of T. The inverse is over. So R varies directly with S and inversely with the square of T. And there have a square. So what is the value of square? The value of square is 2. And that is the answer of number 1. Let's move on to number 2. Let's try the example. D varies jointly with E and the cube of F. So, D varies jointly with E and cube of F. So they have no inverse T, so what siya over? E and inverse, no, sorry for my mistake, with E and the cube of F. The cube of F. The value of cube is 3. Cube is 3 and the square is 2. So cube of 3 is cube of F. So the F is there have a cube 3. So this is the answer of number 2. Another example of how to get the formula. Number 3. F varies jointly with U and H and inversely with the square of Y. This is another example. First step, they need to find out the letters F, U, H, and Y. And the second is to figure it out the varies directly or varies jointly or inversely. Okay, F varies jointly and with U and H, and inversely the inverse is over. This is inverse. This is the inverse. This is the inverse. This is varies. Varies jointly or direct. Of inversely with the square of y. The square is 2. And this is the answer to number 3. Another example. Number 4. N varies directly with the square root of n and inversely with the cube of p. N varies directly with the square root of n. There is a square and inversely with the cube of p. Inversely with the cube of p. The cube is 3. That is the answer number 4.
The amount of heat put out by an electrical appliance varies jointly as time, resistance in the circuit, and the square of the current I. The volume of a cone varies jointly with its height and the square of R of its base.
Work of W done by a forces in moving an object varies jointly with the mass m of the object and the distance d that it is moved. The number of telephone calls n made between two cities varies jointly with the population P1 and P2 of the cities and inversely with the distance between them.
Una ni basahan sa natong question sa number 11. A varies jointly with L and W when A equals 6, L equals 3, W equals 2. Find A when L equals 7 and W equals 5. Una na, buhat sa tawag formula. A equals LW. Then next na ikuha na to ang ilang mga given. 6 equals 3, K equals 3. Next, value sa W2. Right. Next na i-times na to. So 6 equals K 6. Next na i-divide na to both sides by 6. 6 cancel. 6. So ang value sa K ay 1. Next, find na po na to ang value sa A. Then LW. Sunod na, butang na to ilang mga given. A equals to 1, then ang value sa L 7, then value sa W 5. 8 times na to silang tanan. 1 times 7 equals 7 times 7 times 5 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45. Ay, 35. I mean 35. So, ang value sa A kay 35. So, mauna na siya. Ang answer sa number 11. Okay, Doc. A varies jointly with B C, and D. When A equals 8, B equals 2, C equals 3, and D equals 4, find C when A equals negative 2, B equals 6, and D equals negative 5. So, nga niya siya pag-answer. Magbutang sa formula A equals K, B, C, D. Then, butang nimo ang given na number. 8 equals K, 2, 3, 4. I-times na nimo silang tulo. So, ang magawas na 24 nya. Kuha nimo, i-divide nimo both sides by 24 para makancel nya. 8 over 24 ang answer dra nya. Masimplify pa man siya. So, 1 over 3. So, diri na punta sa kuan sa find C. Find A na punta. A equals negative 2. 1 over 3 times 6 times 5. So, 6 times negative 5 equals negative 30 times 1 equals negative 30 gapon. So, negative 30 divide 3. So, negative 10. Divide both sides by 10. So, divide both sides 10 para makancel. So, negative 2 over 10. So, makuhaan pa man na, lowest term. Lowest term? So, 1 over 5 ang answer.
Z is varies directly with x and inversely with y. When z equals 1, x equals 2, and y equals 10. And find y when x equals 3 and 2 equals 7. So, sa find k is z equals kx over y. So, ang z na to is 1. And so, ang k ang pangitawon diri, tapos ang ato ang x is 2. So, i-divide niya ang 10 ang y na to is ang 10, tapos i-divide na to ning 2 of 10. So, 5. So, 1k equals 5 niya over 1 kay 1 man atong k. So, i-cancel out na nato ni, tapos i-divide na to ni sila. So, 5 divided by 1 is 5. So, ang k na to is 5. Tapos sa find y, z equals kx over y. So, ang z na to diri is 7. Tapos so nakita naman to ang k. So, 5. Tapos ang x na to diri is 3. So, kani sila i-times na nga to ni. So, 7 equals 15. Kay 5 times 3 is 15. So, 15y over 15. Tapos, i-cancel out lang nato ni silang dua. So, ang answer na ang y na to diri is 7 over 5. Is directly jointly with B and inversely with the product of D and E. When A is 75, B is 25, C is 9, D is 2, and E is 3. Find D when A is 7, B is 4, C is 14, and E is 8. So, ang formula na to ani is A equals or directly jointly K BC over DE. So, atong A ani is 75 over I equals K. So, ang B is 25 and our C is 9. Ang D na to is 2 and ang E is 3. So, i-times lang nato ni sila. So, 75 equals K 225 over 6. Tapos, i-divide lang nato ni sila by 3. So, 75 tapos 2. Tapos, dariya is, ato silang i-cross multiply. So, 75 over 1 equals K 75 over 2. So, pag i-multiply ni sila is mo na ni K 75 over 75 equals 150 over 75. So, i-cancel out na nato ni silang duha. So, atuwa na silang i-divide. 150 divided by 75 is 2. So, mo na ni atong K. K equals 2. Tapos sa find D, ang formula na to is A equals KBC over DE. So, ang A na to diri is 7. So, nakita naman na to ang formula sa K which is 2. So, buta na to diri. Tapos, ang ang B3 is 4 and ang C is 14 over di man natong pangitaon sa karon and E is 8. So i-multiply lang nato ni silang tulo. So ang answer na is 112. So 7 equals 112 over DE. So i-divide lang nato ning 112 over divided by 8. So 14. So 7 equals D14 over 14. So i-cancel out lang nato ni sila. So mo na yung answer. Tapos pwede pa man na siya malowest term ang D. So 7 over 14 pwede pa siya malowest term sa 7 over 7 antod sa pinakababa yun niya na answer, which is 1/2. So atong D is 1/2.
W is directly jointly with x, y, and z, and inversely with the square of t. If W 2 and x is 2 and y is 3 and z is 6 and t is 3. Find W when x is 3, y and 4, z and 2, and t is 2. And let's first the solution 1. The formula is W directly jointly with x, y, and z, and inversely with the square of t. There is a square. And let's try the given. The W is 2, directly jointly with K. W is 2 and x is 2 and y is 3 and z is 6 over is there is inversely and 3. Let's times this 3. So 2 times 3 times 6 is 36. Equals to 36 over, because there is square, so nagawa siya 3 times 3 equals 9 equals 2 over 36. So let's divide this 2 divide 36 divide 9 is 4. Para makancel na siya, i-iglaan natin ng 4. 4 is 4. Then, cancel out natin ang 4. Ika-produce mo siya para mabili na lang atong K. So, dili man siya mag-divide. So, K equals to 2 over 4. Na-reduce pa man siya or simplify. Na-simplify pa siya of 2. 2 divide 2 is 1. And 4 divide 2 is 2. So, our K is 1 over 2. This is our K. Then let's move on to the second solution. Let's find y when x is 3, y is 4, z is 2, and t is 2. Okay. But our formula is the same. Let's find the w equals 3, and our x is 3, and our y is 4. Our z is 2 over, and our t is 2. Then square. 3 times 4 times 2 is equals to 4 times 2 is equals to 8. 3 times 8 is equals, there is 1 half. Sorry for the mistake. And this 8 over 8 is, and this is all 12. And the square, so doon natin na siya. Then 2 times 2 is 4. Over is 1. 12 over 4. And let's divide 12 over 4. 12 over 12 divided 4 is equals to 3. Then the answer is 3.
The number of telephone calls and made between two cities varies jointly with the populations.
Nani kay kwan formula A equals L W nya butang na next ana butang na to ang ay asa ba to?